Oh god. Started off the video by stretching. Let's get it. I'm back with another video. This is the 500th episode special. No, not episode. Fucking correct. Not episode, I meant subscribers. I'm an actual mentally retarded, retard, stupid fuck. Alright, so yeah, this is a 500 sub special. I don't know how we got up to 500, even though I never upload on this channel. I never upload, and yet you guys still hang around like, oh, when is Panda's new video? Bitch, it's been a fucking month. Leave. No, don't leave. Okay. November, I'm gonna try and make videos once a week, and if I don't make a video once a week, I want you guys to come on this video and just fucking spam the shit out of comment section saying make a new video. Please do that. Then I'll probably make a new video. Alright, so yeah, as you saw from the title of the video, this is gonna be a crossover between JoJo and fucking My Hero, because I've watched JoJo, not the full show. I only seen Golden Wind, yeah. I believe that's like part 5 or part 6 or part 8. I don't fucking know. There's different parts. So yeah, we're gonna do what if Deku wanted to be a Gangstar instead of being a hero. It's gonna be a Gangstar. So Deku will be a part of the JoJo family, and people will have stands. Wait, hold on. Let me find a stand for Deku, because Deku will have a stand. Okay, so this is going to be Deku Stan. I'm thinking of the name. I want to call it Payback. I want to name the stand Payback. But if you guys have a better name, leave it in the comments down below. But for now, I'm going to call him Payback. Okay? Alright. So yeah. So yeah, we're gonna start this video off. Oh yeah, and Deku's name is gonna be Jonathan Joestar. So yeah, Jonathan Joestar. So yeah, JoJo. So yeah, basically Hisashi is a Joestar, but he just doesn't like being called by his real name. His real name is JoJo. No, not JoJo Star. What the fuck? No, his name is Joey Joestar. So yeah, his name is gonna be Joey Joestar. I'm not sure if that's an actual Joestar's name, so hop off my ass, cause I only seen fucking Golden Wind. So fuck off. Okay, so yeah, Deku, he's gonna be American. So yeah, he's not gonna be Japanese. He's gonna be American, but he will go to Japan one day. So Deku, so this makes Inko, he's gonna be half Japanese, because Inko will still be Japanese, so yeah. So we're gonna start off the video with Deku was born, all the Joestars are there, what was the fucker's name? The guy that's really much of a badass, and he has a daughter now. And one of the new parts, or one of the parts, what was his fucking name? Fuck. Okay, so it's gonna be him and his granddad from, like, part 2 of JoJo, and other one, and then the other Joestar from part 4, I believe it was. It was part 4 or whatever. I think it was part 4. It was like Diamond something, JoJo Bizarre Adventure Diamond whatever. That guy and his and the small fucking guy. Stop riding motorcycles or I'll kick your ass. And the small guy. I am not good at remembering names. Okay, I just started watching this fucking show, so hop off my dick. God damn. So yeah. All the Joestars from the past episodes are there. They're there to see Deku be born, a new family member to be born. So yeah. So the fucking grandpa, he's talking to Hasashi, asking him what he's gonna name him, and then Hasashi says Jonathan Joestar, and then wait, what was it? No, Hasashi's real name is Joey Joestar. Yeah, so Jonathan Joestar, and then the grandpa's like nice name, and then yeah they are. So yeah, then like the grandpa, he once they head back home with the baby's not gonna stay in the hospital. Once he heads back home, once they head back home, back to Hasashi's house with Inko and everybody else, the grandpa basically he just fucking brings in a truckload of fucking baby shit, baby toys, baby everything. He's basically gonna spoil Deku. He's gonna spoil Deku. Oh yeah, and they are rich. Fucking, by the way, they are rich. So yeah, basically, yeah, that happens. A few years pass. Deku, he's a young boy. He's basically the nice kid of the of where they live. He's always nice to everybody, and whenever people are picking on somebody, he stops that shit right then and there. Oh, and oh yeah, people will still have quirks in this. It's just that some people are gonna have stands, and some people are not gonna have stands. Those people that don't have stands are gonna have quirks, and they won't be able to see the stand because they have quirks, and stands are like mythical shit. Fuck me, bitch. No. So yeah. The Deku is gonna fucking be stand user, so yeah. So one day, Deku, he's just walking by. I'm stealing this from the fucking show, I guess. Okay, I'll steal this from the show. He's just walking by and he sees a mafioso on the floor, basically bleeding out, and then he hears people saying, "Oh, I swear I saw him go this way." And then they see Deku and they're like, "Oh, let's ask Jonathan. He usually tells the truth. Jonathan, have you seen this mafioso? He's been stealing our stuff lately." And then Jonathan, he looks at he thinks that they're gonna kill the mafioso, so he just tells them a random direction, like he went over there, and then they like thanks Joseph. I swear, I think that's an actual character's name. If that's an actual character's name, please let me know in the comments. Because I don't want to use an actual... You know what? I'll use an actual character's name. Because then I'll just say that they just named them after their ancestors and shit. I'll just say that. If there's an actual character named that. So, yeah. Then, they see, Deku, he looks over at the mafioso. He walks over to him, he picks him up, and he tries to drag him to the hospital. He drags him to the hospital and tells the, lady to, get this man help. And then, yeah, he basically saves that man's life. He doesn't do fuck, I keep on forgetting these Joestar's names. There's so many fucking JoJos, you can't remember their fucking names, okay? Fuck, what was his name from Golden Wind? I literally just watched Golden Wind, like, yesterday, and I forgot his name. Fuck. So, yeah, that guy, he doesn't do what that guy did. Just fucking leaves him there and let his fucking stand do whatever. So, yeah. Couple years go by, the mafioso that Deku saved has been watching him and make sure that he repays him for what he did for him. And yeah, he's basically like in the shadows. Deku doesn't know that he's there. So Deku would just get some nice shit to him. He just gets like fucking all a shitload of nice things. Gets free ice cream, free everything, free clothes, free everything, whatever the fuck. So yeah. Then Deku, few years passed, not a few years, a few months, he sees the same mafioso, well not the same he sees the same mafioso, and he walks up to him and he asks him if he's okay, and then the mafioso says, "Thank you for what you have done for me, and I have repaid my debt to you." And then Deku says, "What debt?" Then the mafioso just walks away. Oh my fucking god, I'm literally fucking punching in the dark right now. I'm still in half of this fucking content from fucking, Golden Wind. Fuck me. Shit. So yeah, then, Deku, he basically just fucking says, okay. Then he just walks away, then a few years pass. He grows up to be, like, fucking 15. No, let's say he's 16. Yeah, 16. Then through those years, he just sees mafiosos selling drugs and killing people, and he's like, I want to end all that. I want to make the mafiosos more nicer and not be so mean to everybody, and not sell drugs to little kids and shit. So yeah, a few years pass. He's like 16 now, and he's trying to get into the mafia. So while he's trying to do that, he's like doing what what Golden Wind main character did. He does some random shit. He does stupid shit just so he can pay off the cops. So yeah, so Deku, he is basically at the airport. He's driving people. Not driving people. He's stealing people's luggages and shit. He's stealing people's luggages, being nice to people and shit. Yeah. Nice boy turns into a criminal. I mean, that's the only way that you could be a fucking Joestar. Is that not Joestar, a Gangstar? Just so you could fucking you have to do bad things just to be a Joestar. So yeah, and this is gonna be his outfit from now. He's not gonna have 3 swords. He's gonna have like 2 swords. So yeah, he's gonna have 2 swords, not 3, by the way. So yeah. This is basically his main outfit for whenever he goes out. And the blue hands, he's just wearing blue gloves. Blue gloves. Yeah, that's it. Wears blue gloves. And, Deku, he basically just, like, for a few months, he's just been, like, doing shit at the airport, stealing people's luggages, paying people paying him to get past, like, security and shit. So, yeah. And then one day, Deku, he's just doing his job. Then a guy comes up to him and saying, where's my, monthly pay for, doing business around here? And Deku says, I don't owe you anything. No, he doesn't say, I don't owe you anything. The guy, he's basically like Leaky Eye Luco, but not Leaky Eye Luco. He's fucking a random goon. And then not Leaky Eye Luca. He just basically asks for the daily thing, and Deku says he already paid it. Then the guy just gets pissed off, and he says, no, you didn't. And then Deku says, but I have. And then the guy just pulls out a fucking knife, and he says, no, you haven't, and you're gonna give me your wallet and your phone if you don't pay me, if you don't pay it. Pay your bit for the mafioso for dealing around here. And then Deku's like, but I already paid. And then the guy, he says, well, you asked for this, and he's about to slice Deku, but his hand stops. It's because Deku's stand payback it's just like he ain't having that shit. He stops that shit, and Deku's like, I don't want to fight you. And then the guy is like, why can I not move my arm? Deku is basically explaining him that who he paid it to and all that. And then the guy's like, that's not the guy that you're supposed to pay, and I know you're lying because that guy's not even a part of the mafioso. And Deku is lying. He is lying about that shit, and he's like, fuck. He's like, shit. He's like, shit, I thought I could get away with that. And then the guy, he basically gets his hand back in order. Then he tries to slice at Deku again, but Deku dodges it. And Deku says, I don't want to fight, please. This is going to be a warning to you. If I fight you, you will seriously get injured. And then the guy is like, keeps on swinging his knife, and Deku keeps on dodging. And then the guy, he gets one lucky shot on him. He cuts him on the cheek. And then Deku was like, I warned you. Payback. He screams out, payback. Then payback comes out, and he's like, what would his thing? I mean, Jotaro is like dabu 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 dabu, and let's say payback is gonna be paka 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 paka. It's gonna be like paka, yeah, like Pockies but paka, paka 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 paka. So he's basically just beating this nigga up. He's paka 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 paka. And this goon, he's just fucking dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's gone. He's fucking gone. Deku was like, I warned you. I did warn you. And then Deku calls back payback. And then he walks away. He heads back to his house. He's trying to head back to his house. But then he runs into a tourist. A tourist that's very confused on where he is. He's a Japanese tourist. And he has a quirk with engines coming out of his calves. You know what? No. Yeah. And he's in a wheelchair. He has like fucking things out of his calves, and he's on a wheelchair with his person that's with his fucking friend. Let's just say friend. And you guys already know who I'm talking about, Ida's brother. So yeah, he's basically there because he's doing family business. And he's very confused on where he is, because it's America. Don't get you slipping up, yeah. So yeah, let me tell you where they are. And they're in well, I keep on forgetting that the name of the state. Fuck. Chicago. Yeah, Chicago. They're in Chicago, so yeah. And they're in Chicago. And then Deku just sees them all confused. And he walks up to them and asks them, "Are you guys confused?" And then they're like, "Yeah, we're kind of confused. We don't know where we are." And then Deku asks them, "Where are you guys supposed to be? I could just drive you there." And then they say, "Oh yeah, that would be nice. That'll be nice. How much would it be?" Deku says that'll be like $25. And then Ida's brother's like, "Oh, that'll be fine," because he's not gonna rob these guys, because he knows that guy is a Japanese hero, and he doesn't want to mess with a Japanese hero. Fucking Christ. And then Ida's brother will ask him, "Why do you have 2 swords on your back?" And then Deku says, "Oh, around here you need to be safe because there's a lot of mafiosos around here." And then Ida says, "Oh, no, that's okay. Oh, so they're mafiosos around here?" And then Deku says, "Yeah, and they're pretty ruthless." "Oh, okay, I'll make sure to watch out where we're going." And then Deku, he basically takes them into the car, puts their luggages in the back of his car. Let's just say Deku's car is a fucking, I mean, he's gonna be really fucking filthy rich. Let's say he has a fucking, Rolls Royce. He has a Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce. I can't say it right. I think I'm saying it wrong. Rolls Royce. How do you say it? Fuck. Rolls Royce. Fuck. Yeah. So yeah, he basically has a Rolls Royce, and Ida's brother asks him, "Oh, where'd you get this car?" And then Deku says, "I have a very, I live with a wealthy family." And then Ida asks him what family is he a part of, and he says he's part of the JoJo family, the Joestar family. And then Ida says, "Oh, I'm supposed to have business with that family." So yeah. Ida's family and Joestar's and Jonathan and Joestar's family are supposed to have like a meeting and talk about like stuff, future of their partnership, of their businesses. Yeah, let's say that Ida's family is not also just a hero family; they're also a business family. So yeah, Deku drives them to the Ida's brother tells him that they need to meet up them with the Joestars. Fuck, The Joestar is at the Joestar's Intercorp. And then Deku says, alright, I'll drive you there. Then he drives them there, and he's supposed to go there too to meet up with his uncle. And ask him how has he been. No, not Uncle Grandpa. Because if he had an uncle, then it would be the guy's fucking, it's a fucking badass, and he always says yada yada, cause like shut the fuck up, bitch. Oh, if I actually said that to him, he'll probably fucking moto my ass. What? Hey yo, no homo. Fuck me. No homo. Nope. You're not. No. Okay. No, I don't want to see anything about that in the fucking comments. If I see anything about that in the fucking comments, I will. Alright, so yeah, Deku, he basically just fucking, he drives him there. He gets out of his car. He basically puts his car in a parking lot that they have for like the employees and shit. Well, not employees, for employees, family member, and family. So yeah, he takes him there. He grabs Ida's brother, puts him on the wheelchair, and he takes him over there. And Ida's friend is at like a hotel. He drops Ida's friend at a hotel, and he takes Ida to like to his grandpa. And then he meets up with his uncle and asks his uncle how has he been and how is his cousin doing and how's his baby cousin doing. And then he basically says, oh, she's doing fine. And she's basically still like, not like a baby, she's like a toddler. She's like, I want to say 7 years old. And then Deku says, oh, I'll probably see her within the weekend. And then fucking badass motherfucker says, oh yeah, she misses you and all that. And then once Ida's brother is done having business with Deku's grandpa, Ida asks him if he could take him back to the hotel, and then Deku asks his uncle if he could take him down to his car, and he says yeah, sure, because he needs to speak with his grandpa. Then he goes into the office. He sees his grandpa. And his grandpa's like, oh, Jonathan, how have you been, my wonderful son, my wonderful grandson. And then Deku, he says, oh yeah, I've been fine. I've just been taking Ida's brother. I've been just taking that guy around and taking him here. And Deku, and then tell me the name of these fuckers in the comments. Please tell me these names, because I don't want to just say the fucking Uncle Grandpa. Fucking Christ. I'm not fucking about to watch Uncle Grandpa from fucking Cartoon Network. The fuck? Like, the fuck, guys? Like, the fuck? So, yeah, he basically, they're talking and shit. Yeah, Deku says, oh, and he wanted to ask his grandpa if he could be a Gangstar. And then, yeah, he basically asks him, oh, Grandpa. And then he just says, yes, Jonathan. And he says, can I be a Gangstar? And then his grandpa just turns into a serious face, and he's like, you know, Jonathan, being a Gangstar is very serious work. And being a Gangstar is pretty illegal. And I'm not for that. But anything that makes you happy, I will support it. Then he just turns into like a happy, supportive face. And he's like, and then Deku in his mind is like, alright, now it's time to ask my dad and my mom. And then his grandpa says, don't ask your mom or your dad, because then they will probably go against that. And then Deku's like, oh, okay. So then he leaves. He drives Ida to the hotel and shit. So yeah. And then Deku basically parts waves with fucking Ida's brother and shit. So if this seems kind of confusing, it's because it's my first time going off the main fucking storyline and going into making my own fucking storyline. So yeah, fuck off. So yeah, then hold on, let me just get under the blankets real quick, cause I do my what ifs in my bed. Yes, that feels nice. So yeah, then Deku, he basically just drives back home, and then his dad, Joey Joestar. I'm pretty sure that's a Joestar. Joey Joestar. Joey Joestar, he asks Deku where has he been, where has he been, and how was his day. Deku says he's been just driving people out of the airport and taking them places, and then then Hasashi he says, oh, so you've been helping the tourists, and Deku says, yeah. Have you been taking their money? And then Deku says, no. No, secretly he has been, because he's trying to get into he's trying to get into the fucking he's trying to get into the Gangstars and shit. Oh, how long has it been? So yeah, then like a few days pass. Deku, he's leaving. He's driving to the airport. Then he runs into the fuck? Alright, then he runs into a guy. Then he runs into a guy with a heart on his chest, and his hair is golden, and it has like 3 buns in front. He runs into him. At the airport, and well, not at the airport. He's like, let's say that they're like, Deku just stops by the airport. Then he drives away. Then he just heads like to like train station, because he has to head somewhere that has like no roads. Not like a train station. It's like one of those like trolleys that had, and it goes like through not through roads, but it's like going through like different places where roads are not, where cars are not allowed to go through, basically. So he's in that. Then he runs into a guy with a heart shape on his chest, and a couple ladybugs, like 3 ladybugs on him. And he has golden hair, and it has 3 buns. And then that guy sits right next to Deku, and then the guy asks him, and then the guy says, what a nice day is it? What a nice day having it, or whatever, fuck. And then Deku says, yeah, it's a pretty nice day. You already know who this guy is. He says it's a pretty nice day. And then Deku says, yeah, it's a pretty nice day. It's a pretty nice day for fishing and going out for a walk and shit. And then the guy that's sitting right next to Deku, he basically says, yeah, I know, it's a pretty nice day. It's a pretty nice day. But I have one question. Do you know anything about so-and-so's death? And then Deku, he just freezes up. And then the guy in his head, he said, gotcha. And then the guy right next to him asked him, why did you kill him? And then Deku's like, I don't know what you mean, and I don't even know that guy that you're speaking of. Let's just say that the guy that he killed is well known within the mafioso community. Oh, what the fuck is that in my mouth? I don't know. So let's just say that the guy that he killed was part of the mafioso community, and he was well known by all mafiosos. And once his death came around, people were shocked that he died, because usually he's really good at what he does. And then the guy right next to him says, "Don't lie to me. Just like a friend of mine. A liar's sweat tells everything." Then he licks Deku's face, and then he says, "That is sweat of a liar." And then Deku, he's basically scared. He jumps up, and he's like on the middle of the trolley, at the middle floor of the trolley, and he's like, "Who are you?" Then the guy that was sitting right next to him stands up, and he says, "I am." Hold on, let me find this guy's name. Then the guy that's sitting right next to him, The guy that sitting next to him, he stands up and he says, "My name is Giorno Giovanna. I'm mafioso boss." And then Deku, he's just frozen in place. And then he's just frozen in place. And then Giorno, he basically says, "And for what you have done to that mafioso, you will face a judgment against me." And then Deku, he's very confused. And then he starts coughing up flowers. And he's like, what the hell? And Giorno is like, "That is one many tricks that I've learned from a friend of mine. And if you don't speak the truth, your punishment will be worse than that. I can put many things within you. Many torture devices." And he's just talking about like fucking frogs and fucking snakes. And then he just puts a frog in his hand, a frog in Deku's hand. And he's like, "What the hell is going on?" And then Deku, he feels he feels immense. No, let's not do that one yet. Then Giorno asked him, all right, I'm gonna ask you one last time. Did you or did you not kill so-and-so at so-and-so time by so-and-so day? And then Deku's like, "No, I haven't." And then Deku, he just feels immense pain in his gut. Then he gets sent flying back. And then Giorno says, "So you have chosen death. So you have chosen death." And I know this ain't Giorno, but I just want to make it so Deku could use payback. And then Deku's like, "Shit, I might have to use payback for this battle. Payback! Attack!" Then payback just goes after Giorno, and Giorno calls out Golden Wind. And then Golden Wind and payback just throw a punch which collide to each other like boom. And it sends like a shockwave to everybody. Because Deku's stand is pretty powerful because he has been practicing his stand. He's been training his stand with, hold on, let me look up the fucking... So yeah, he's been training his stand with Jotaro. So yeah, he's been training his stand with Jotaro. And Giovanni. And Giorno Giovanni. He's basically shocked that this guy has a stand. And then Giorno asks for Deku's name, and he says his name is Jonathan Joestar. And then Giorno Giovanni, he basically is shocked because he's basically a family member. He's going against a family member. Then Giorno, he just basically steps back, and he says, "Well, I guess I can't fight you no more." And then Deku's like, "Why not?" And then Giorno says, "Because you're family." And let's just say that Jotaro ran into Giorno and told him that they're basically family and shit. So yeah. So then Giovanna, he basically just says, "Well, come with me." And then Jonathan, I'm gonna call Deku Jonathan from now on. So Jonathan walks with Giovanni. I'm just gonna call him Deku because then you guys will be confused on who Jonathan is. Then Deku, he walks with Giovanna, and he takes him to a hillside, to a beautiful sunset, and he asks him, "Why did you kill that mafioso member?" And then Deku says, "Because I want to be a mafioso. Because I want to be a gangstar." And Giovanna, he's basically disappointed because he doesn't want him to become a mafioso. And he's like, "No, you must not become a mafioso." And then Deku's like, "Why not?" And then Giorno, he says, "Because it's very dangerous and I don't want a family member to get hurt within this line of business." Let's just say that Giorno is just very, very strict about about people joining mafiosos, and he doesn't want people to join a mafioso if they're really young. And then Deku is like, And then Deku says, but then Giorno just cuts him off right there, and he says, no buts and or cuts about it. You're not joining the mafioso. And that is it. And then Deku says, but I want to stop crime in the city and make people stop selling drugs to little kids. And this just fucking shuts Giorno up. And he's like, what? They're selling drugs They're selling drugs in America. They're selling drugs to kids in America. And then Giorno, he turns around and he says, fine, but only in one condition. If you could beat me in a one-on-one battle, then I'll make sure that you will get into a mafioso. And then Deku is like, yes. And he's like, yes. And then Giorno says, our fight begins now. And then he just brings out, and he yells out, Golden Wind! And then Golden Wind's about to throw a punch at Deku. But then Deku says, payback! Then Payback just comes out, and he blocks that shit. He's like, not today, motherfucker. Oh yeah, and Payback's special ability is, I'm gonna let you guys do that. What is Payback's special ability? What is Payback's special ability? Should it be Zeruardo? Because no, one of his special abilities would be Zeruardo, because I know Jotaro has practiced Zeruardo, and I know he knows Zeruardo. One of his abilities is gonna be Zeruardo, and you guys can create the rest of the other abilities. So yeah. Then Deku, he just basically blocks that shit, and then he screams out, Zeruardo! And then everything just stops in times. But he can only hold it for a brief second. He could only hold it for like 12 seconds. So within those 12 seconds, he just runs after Giovanni. He runs at Giovanni, and he punches Giovanni in the gut. He punches him in the gut with Payback. And then once Zeruardo is done, Giovanni he gets sent back to the guardrail, and he breaks the guardrail. It's like bented a little bit. He didn't fall off the cliff. He just gets hit. Then Giorno, he gets up, and then he says, Golden Wind. He says, Golden Wind. Then he just Golden Wind. He's about to punch Payback, but then Payback disappears, and then reappears right behind Zeruardo. He appears right behind Giovanni. He appears right behind Giovanni. Same with Deku. And then Deku just punched Giovanni in the face and says Giovanni flying again to a wall. And then Giovanni is like, shit, I don't know what type of power this kid has, but it's really fucking powerful. I don't know what type of stand he has, but it's really powerful. I need to watch it. And then once he blinks, he sees Deku right in front of him, and he punches him in the gut again, and then he sends him through the wall, through the building, sends him through 2 buildings. And then Deku, while he's going through those buildings, he's saying sorry to the people. Sorry. Then he runs into Giorno. And then he looks for Giorno, because once he heads to the 3rd building, he sees that Giorno is gone. And then Giorno throws a flower ove, I think it's called. I don't know. He throws that to a direction where Deku looks over there. And then Giorno comes out with Golden Wind, and he gets a clean punch off of Deku. And it sends Deku out of his body. And then Giorno is like, I win. And Deku's like frozen in his place. He's like, why can I not move? I can't move. No, this can't be the end. And then Deku, he's just basically like, Zeruardo! Then time just stops. And then he's like, and then Payback just comes out. I must do this one last time. Pocket. Yeah, he basically cheats that shit. He cheats whatever that move that Giorno does to people. With this Eduardo. Pocky, 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 pocky. So then Giovanni, he basically gets punched off. And then once the 12 seconds are done, he's still doing the pocky pocky, but then Giorno is like, he's more aware of it. Then he puts his hand up. He puts his hands up and it's like, so like, pocky 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 pocky. And then Giorno gets sent flying back, and Giorno's like on the floor. And then Deku says, I win. And then Giorno's like, how did he get past that ability? This kid is really powerful with his stand. And then, yeah, that happens. And then Deku says, are you going to go buy your bargain? Are you going to go buy your stand of the bargain? And then Giovanna, he gets up. He says, alright, I will stand by my bargain. But you will not join my mafioso. I will make sure that you will join a mafioso that is within American borders. And then Deku says, alright, that'll be fine. And then Deku gets coordinates of Giovanni sends Deku to like a mafioso facility. He takes him with him, and then he just goes in there with Giorno. Then they meet up with a mafioso, like one of the mafioso guys, small guys, and he asked him if his family member could join this mafioso, and he says yes, but he must do a test. And then Deku's like, I will do the test. What is the test? And then the mafioso leader, he's basically saying that, oh, you must do this like task. You must take care of these 3 people, but beware, they're really strong. And then Deku's like, okay. Then Deku and Giovanni head out leaves the building. And then Giorno says, well then, good luck. I will be leaving next week. I will stay here I will stay in America for a couple of more months, and I will stay in America until you deal with these 3 guys. And then once you're done with these guys, I will be leaving America to deal with my mafioso my crime thing. And then Deku's like, okay. And then Giorno is like, and I will also be training with you with your stand, because even though your stand is pretty powerful, it doesn't mean that you can rely on the raw strength of your stand, because you also need to like plan out stuff like plan A, plan B, plan C. So yeah, Giorno's telling him that, and then Deku's like, okay. So then yeah, that happens, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do to be continued. Ha ha ha! I'm pulling a JoJo. To be continued, baby. So yeah, that is the episode of What If Deku wanted to be a Joestar. So yeah, and Deku, yeah. Oh yeah, and I got something for you guys. I got 2 options for you for the Quicksilver What If. Do you guys want me to redo it and make him so fucking OP that not even All For One can beat this fucker? I mean, in the main series, he not even All For One can beat him, but in this one, nothing can beat him. All right, and the second option is if you guys want me to keep going. So yeah, bye.